Hi, everyone. Welcome to what is going to be your second Zodiac Teroscope reading for this month, okay? And again, it doesn't mean that it happens for this month. It's just I do 2 per Zodiac sign each month, okay? So what I'm doing, because I am moving, I put it on my community tab if you ever want to just kind of find out what's going on. I do post stuff there. But I am moving at the end of the month. So I'm kind of taking the rest of July and to pack up, and then August to unpack and get settled. So I want to make my readings I do the short and sweet, but I'm kind of doing this as a side short and sweet, okay, where normally they would be a longer reading. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it by element, okay? So I'm going to do earth, air, water, fire. So earth signs, you're going to get an overall energy, which will cover all of you. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and then I'm going to pull individual tarot cards for each one of you to see how you're going to, I don't know, navigate the energy, what may happen around that energy. I won't know until the cards come out, okay? But let's get started. So overall energy for my earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Your overall energies, wish wisely. Use your wishes wisely to manifest your heart's desire and take practical steps towards making your dreams come true. Well, if ever there were 3 signs that are totally into manifesting, okay, those earth signs, as well as taking practical steps to make dreams come true, it is you, my lovely earth elements. So this is going to be the overall energy for the 3 of you. Let's get some tarot, and I'll put timestamps in here too for each one. You won't have to, well, you probably have already seen it. You won't have to watch for all of them unless you want to. But let's start with with Taurus. What does Taurus need to know about this wishing wisely? Ooh, we have the 6 of Cups. Okay. We have the Queen of Swords. All right. And we have the 8 of Pentacles. Okay, Taurus, what I'm seeing here, whatever your wishes, whatever your dreams are, your heart's desire, as it said, look, this is something that's coming up for you within the next little while. Always take it a month out, kind of from the time you see it, but sometimes it can take a bit longer than that. But time isn't really the issue here, I don't feel, for you. What is going to happen is you need, I feel, one, to get really clear about, because it says wish wisely. So you need to be very clear here on what it is exactly that you want to manifest, if you haven't decided that already, because some of you may have already decided, some of you wouldn't. You need to get super, super clear. You may need to set boundaries up around it, because I feel like this is going to be something that you are doing with other people. Okay? Because this is like a group. It's like he's sitting up at the head of the table and look, everyone else is around him, you know, kind of like, think of it like a board meeting almost, but this doesn't have to necessarily be in business. It can be in any area of your life. And what I'm feeling here, Taurus, is that you need to be clear and you need to set up clear boundaries, okay? Because you are working with a group of people, and if you are the ringleader, then there needs to be clear boundaries set here, all right? And I also think that you need to keep everything above board, honest, direct, okay? Whatever it is that you're discussing, you do it with honesty. You do it with, I want to say, direction, right? That's what we're kind of talking about, getting clear about it. And to be able to also maybe hear what, I'm going to call it the knights at it's the square table, but I don't know why that's coming in. It may mean something to you, but I know it's knights of the round table, but still, like, I feel like they may have ideas, they may have suggestions, they may have their 2 cents, and this would be you accepting and hearing that, Okay, doesn't mean you have to do. You're the ringleader here. Okay, but maybe just with unbiased judgment, just let it come in, think it over, and again, just be clear. I want you to share your ideas with me. You know what? We're going to have maybe meetings or get-togethers to do this, but it doesn't mean that we're going to necessarily do that. Okay, and I feel it's important with that honesty and directness and the fact that you have a direction that you're going towards. If everyone's on board, they'll understand the why. And after that, it's just really all of you putting in the hard work. I mean, that's really what the message is here for you. Look, you need to put the hard work in. You need to really work with your team openly and honestly, and you need to have clear direction. So that could be a situation, right? An event, whatever it is coming up in and around you over the next little while, or it could even be happening right now for you. And maybe you are at kind of a stalemate, right? A standstill, and you're like, okay, what do I need to do? It may be this part where you're really gonna sit down with the people, the team, whatever, and talk it out. Okay, so that is going to be your side short and sweet for July, and I'm going to do it like this probably again in August, but just bear with me. Hopefully everything will get back to normal in September. Okay, sometimes you have a little move, sometimes you have a big move, and this is a big one. So I will see you then. Now let's go right into Virgo. Virgo. As you can see, these were just Taurus's cards out here. You have your overall energy, which I read. There's a timestamp for it, okay? Now we're going to find out with you wishing wisely, with you going after your dreams and wanting to manifest, bring them into reality, right? What steps do you need to take to make that happen? And this could be an energy, Virgo, that's already in and around you or a situation, or it could be something that's going to come in within, a month or so of hearing this, okay? Time is fluid, so just remember you did hear it, okay? So first card out we're going to look at is the Two of Pentacles. All right. The Knight of Cups. And the Ace of Cups. Okay. They're calling on you to pull out your creativity. Okay. They're calling on you to pull out your creativity, Virgo. They're calling on you to approach this from an emotional level. Okay. Something that you are emotionally tied to, that you really excel because you're using your creativity, and your emotions are tied to that creativity, of course, and it just feels so right, okay? And when you have that Ace of Cups, that is the new beginning. So, for some of you, is the dream a relationship? It could be here with the Ace of Cups and the Knight of Cups. Sure, if you want to look at it that way. If you're here with your Venus in Virgo, then yeah, this would be your reading. Or maybe if you're just a Sun Virgo or a Moon Virgo, right? It could be relationship for you. There could be a choice that you need to make in relationship. But I really feel like these, talking from our overall energy, your dreams, your wishes, okay? And it has to be something that you feel emotionally tied to and passionate about. It couldn't be clearer. You need to approach it from that angle. Beauty, maybe. Using your imagination, right? Definitely using your creativity. What are you good at? How can you bring that in? Are you someone who can, kind of go off into your imagination and come up with some really great ideas? I want to say Spirit, they're helping you. Okay. But it is a choice. And in order for this to feel right for you, for this to feel balanced for you, for this to feel like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing, there may be a choice for you to make, okay, where you're going to have to choose here to here. And I want to say the here is the creative, emotionally connected part. I also want to say that by doing this, you may find it brings the balance in, or for some of you, while doing this, while pursuing these dreams and wishes, you need to remain balanced, because Virgo, you love to work, right? You earth signs like to get your nose down and go in. So just make sure you keep yourself balanced. All right, so that is your little bit of short and sweet here. Okay, I call it the side short and sweet for this month. I hope that that made sense to you. I hope that it's giving you some clarity, maybe if you're kind of, like I said, at a standstill or a stalemate. I will see you next time, Virgo. Okay, high to Capricorn. We have the overall energy. We had it for Taurus, and it's for you earth signs and Virgo. Now we're on to you, Capricorn. And it's about wishing wisely, making good decisions, and how it is you're going to bring your dreams and wishes into reality, to manifestation, right? Making those dreams come true. So let's get some advice and guidance for you here to do that, okay? There could be situations, events, people, whatever it may be. It's different for everyone. So, the Seven of Wands, okay? The Ten of Wands. Oh, Virgo. Okay. I'm sorry, not Virgo. I was thinking Virgo putting the cards down there. Capricorn. All right. This is some Wands energy, but not my favorite Wands energy. So let's get in. Let's get a little more here. The Page of Wands. Okay. Wands are fire energy. But like I said, they're not my favorite in the sense of, look, what this is telling me right here, for you, in order to make this happen, these dreams, these wishes, and you can go back and listen to where I read the card. I'll have a timestamp there as well. Look, I feel that you've been carrying a bit of a burden here. That's what the Ten of Wands is. Look, you have been through a bunch of petty and sometimes serious battles along the way, complications, people, whatever it may be. And, you know, it's, look, you're getting to the finish line, though, with the 10. That's the good news, right? You've bundled them up and you're like, that is it. I'm carrying these to my new start, we'll say. And I'm laying them down, and that's the end of them, right? You know, I've been through a lot, but this is the end. And I feel that a lot that you've been through in this situation when it comes to your dreams and your wishes is you having to stand up and defend yourself against people. You having to stand up for what it is that you do believe in, for what your dreams are. And maybe other people around you haven't understood, or they don't want to understand. And that's fine, Capricorn. These are your dreams and wishes. And that's why I feel you've just, you know, you've had a lot of little battles, a lot of arguments, maybe, a lot of pushback, possibly, a lot of naysayers, possibly. And you've gathered up every one of those wands, and you're now carrying them on your back, and you're about to put them down, because you now realize, or if this is happening right now, this is for you to realize, you don't need to carry all of that past. You're moving forward, and we have the Page of Wands, okay? And this is where it gets good too. Look, you've had to be fiery here, just standing up for yourself, defending yourself, however you want to think of that. Getting your point across, maybe fighting to make some of these dreams and wishes come through against the people that have been kind of the naysayers. But here's the thing, you're gathering them up and you're laying them down. You know what? You can chop them up and use them for firewood. They're wands. They're wooden wands later. Okay, you can burn them. All right, with the fire. But the page is the new start. Here it is, because pages are young and curious, and they're full of great ideas. They are full of inspiration. They believe in limitless possibilities. And I feel that you possibly have already started to take that on. Do not let, in other words here, this take you to your knees, okay? You're almost there. Remember, you are that person who is inspired, who believes in limitless possibilities, discovering new things, and having new ideas and ways of doing things. So I want to say your message here is do not give up, okay, Capricorn? Do not give up. The worst is behind you, okay? You still may have a little bit of a journey to go, but the worst is behind you. You're now carrying that crap to lay it down. All right? So those are the main messages, but don't let the dream die. Don't let the hope, the wishes, okay? Your desires take the back seat. No, you pop back up like a young, curious page of wands, and you just keep on going. All right. So again, you could be at different stages in this right now. But whatever stage you're at, this could be a bit of advice and guidance coming in from Spirit for you. So I want to leave that right there. That is your side short and sweet for July. I will see you for more readings. You can always check out a playlist. You know, I give the spiel every time, so you know that. Also check my community board, because I will post stuff in there, you know, just if you're wondering about something. Also in my about section, or more section, I think there's like more ... up at the top. You can also go in there and there's a little schedule of my readings. So thank you so much. And if you are an earth sign that stayed for all of this, thank you, earth signs, and I will see you next time. Hi to the air signs. Welcome to your second Zodiac Teroscope reading for the month of July. Like I said, I do 2 readings per zodiac sign per month. It doesn't necessarily mean this is happening in the month of July. Take it from about a month out, you know, from whatever time it is that you see this. Now, we're doing it a little different because I am moving, and I do have that in my community tab. If you ever want to know anything, just check out there if there's anything going on where there's going to be a switch up or a change. I will post there, but I am moving, so I need the rest of this month to start packing, and then I'm going to take August to settle in and unpack. So I'm trying to condense everything a bit just for these summer months, okay? But what we're going to do is we're going by element, okay? So we did earth already. I'm now on to air. So my air signs, which are Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. This is going to be your, I'm pulling one card as overall energy for all of you air signs, and then I'll do an individual. There'll be timestamps for each one of you, okay? So let's get the overall energy. I started referring to this as my side short and sweet now. Growth. Seek out a mentor or guide. Take baby steps as you grow. Be willing to learn from others. Okay, so that's the overall energy for the 3 of you, okay? Now I'm going to pull the tarot for each one of you, and like I said, there will be timestamps, so you'll be able to go to whichever one you are now, okay? Or you can listen to all of them. Look, you're all air signs, so whatever it is, okay, and I'm just not going to take that because I'm not quite ready yet. So whatever it is, you could find a message in each one. Who knows? Okay, so let's start with you, Gemini. What do you need to know about this growth? Knight of Wands. The Page of Cups. And the Two of Wands. Okay. So where are you growing? That is the question, right? And it'll be different for each one of you because this is a collective reading, okay? But what we need to know about it, maybe advice and guidance here or how to handle it, Gemini, is taking on an energy of creativity, of curiosity, of believing that anything is possible. And I know for some of you Geminis, you're very much into that, but bear with me here, okay? I feel like this is, whatever this growth is, it is going to be it's going to happen through a creative opportunity. So again, that will be different for each one of you. But what I want to say is, for some of you, Geminis, I feel for you, it's really taking the baby steps as you grow, okay? You know, the Knight of Wands likes to rush into things quickly. He does. The Knight of Wands, you know, likes to get right out there and impulsive and you know, very energetic and very passionate about things. But I feel that they want you to take this a little bit slower. So maybe you could take on the Knight of Wands energy as in keeping the passion, absolutely. Being inspired, absolutely. Knowing that there's a new great grand adventure for you out there in the name of growth in whatever way that is in your life. It's understanding that. But what it isn't is just rushing out without thinking, okay? Being too impulsive, all right? Remember, you are doing this, whatever this growth is in your life, it is somewhere and related to creativity and creative opportunities. So it's almost as though, I don't know, are you a writer, Gemini? You know, you're the wordsmiths, right? So are you maybe writing something? Is that the creative opportunity? You know, Geminis, you are very creative in your own ways too, right? Everyone can be. But I just feel, especially when it comes to talking and communicating, because you are the ruler of the third house, that it comes naturally to you. So maybe for some of you, that is where those creative opportunities and possibilities are going to come and bring growth into your life. The thing is, sometimes Geminis can get excited by more than one thing at a time, and you can tend to want to branch off. I think it's remaining focused though, okay? Not rushing into anything too fast, remaining focused and having a plan, okay? You need to have a plan. And I think that is what will keep you. I'm going to say, and please, you know, this is not to be offensive, but that's what's going to keep you on the straight and narrow here. That's what's going to keep you almost, what I want to say, just a little bit contained, so that inspired action just doesn't, you know, take off and charge out without any real thought or plan behind it. So that's what I want to say. It's for you, it's taking the baby steps. It's having a plan, okay, for this growth. And for some of you, maybe you will need mentors. Maybe you will need to listen to other people. But I felt strongly, they took me straight to the take baby steps as you grow. Don't be running here, running there, squirrel, you know, just kind of try to keep everything together, have a plan, and follow the plan. And that's where you're going to find your success in growth, okay? But be passionate about it, be curious about it, even be intuitive about it, right? We have cups here. Use your intuition, allow your intuition. Don't allow just your brain to come up with all of this. Really feel it. Allow your intuition to maybe call some of the shots too. But just believe there's huge possibility for you out there. I just want to say there's huge possibility. There's huge grand adventure, but slow and steady here, I feel, will win the race. But that doesn't mean you have to lose the passion. That's why that Knight of Wands is here for you. So I feel like that is your main message, okay, Gemini? So I'm going to move on now to Libra. Hi, Libra. I just finished up with Gemini. We're coming into the growth here, right? And I'm going to pull 3 cards for you as well. This could be around situations, events, people. It could just be advice and guidance, however it fits your situation. First card out we have is 3 of Pentacles. Well, I love that for you. Okay. The 6 of Pentacles. Love that even more. All right, and let's get one more. The 3 of Swords. Okay. It was funny when I was doing Libra for Gemini, one of the sentences, you can go back and watch the time, there's a timestamp for this, really popped out to me. And same here with you, and it's be willing to learn from others. What I'm getting here for you is, in order for you to grow, in order for you to learn, Libra, and this can be growth in any area of your life, all right? But in order for you to learn and grow in whatever area, there needs to be teamwork. I feel like you're going to be working with other people, and that's why be willing to learn from others, right? Is the sentence that they took me to on that card. Look, the 3 of Pentacles is a group of people working together, right? Everyone has something to contribute, something to give, and you do it well together. I'm feeling that maybe in the past, being that we have a 3 of Swords over here, that maybe in the past it didn't work out so well for you maybe one other time, and that's made you a little shy or a little hesitant to maybe take on whatever this is again for you, okay? Maybe the 3 people in the past were just not very nice people. Maybe they went behind your back. Maybe it was like 2 against 1. Maybe they just, it was a fight every step of the way. And what their message for you is here, that isn't going to be anymore. If you're willing to learn from others and work with others, and I'm not saying this back here was because you weren't willing to. For some of you, it might have been. Maybe you want it to be the king of the castle. I don't know. You'll know if it resonates for you. But what I feel is something here before with a group of people. And look how there's even three beings here, okay? Because 2 of them are dogs and a person. There's something about, maybe it's the 3s for you, okay? Where you always tend to be in groups of 3. Whatever, I don't know. I'm just going with this as I'm looking at the cards. Well, as it should be. But it didn't work out before. It's going to work out now, but be willing to learn from others, okay? And this is kind of, I want to say, the consequence card. If you're willing to leave this pain and what didn't work out behind, and you're willing to move in, learn, and work well with other people, okay? Or finding, for some of you, it's finding that group that you do just gel with, that you may have to pick out the best group, okay? In order to make this work. But you are going to be successful because you have people that are passionate towards it and feel the same way towards whatever this is as you. And because of that, it's just gonna, is it gonna run smoothly all the time? Probably not. What does in life, right? You're gonna have hiccups and little bumps. But what I'm saying is it will be successful in the end so that you will all be sharing in, I wanna say, the wealth. Look, everybody's it's funny. Oh, that is so funny. She has 1 bone and there's 2 dogs. What she's saying, you guys are going to have to share this. You're going to have to get along and share this. That's interesting. But I also want to say, normally for me with the 6 of Pentacles, it's having enough for yourself and then you're able to share with others. Okay, but I want to say this card is dualistic here because I feel it's also working well together. Look, half a bone for you, half a bone for you. Everybody gets a bit of bone here, all right? This is everyone will get their share of the pie. That's how I want to say it for you, Libra. It's all going to work out. And I know how much as a Libra and that Libra energy, you love to have things harmonious and fair and just. And that's important to you when it comes to your interpersonal relationships or your working relationships or your friendships. Anybody that you have one-to-one relationships with, you like for it to be in flow, harmonious, and peaceful and stable too. So I feel like that's coming for you, okay? So there is your message. Those are your messages, Libra. Okay, moving on to Aquarius, the last of the air signs. Aquarius, there's a timestamp for growth. If you probably already watched it, okay? So we're going to get in advice, guidance, maybe how to deal with the energy. Is it a situation, people, events? I don't know until the cards come out. So let's just see what happens. Let's just see what, oh, I feel like that one needs to come out. It was getting caught in there. The Six of Cups. Love that. Okay. And it's so funny already, just the way this has worked out. Okay, I'll tell you in a minute. The Knight of Cups. Look, they are bringing, and I shuffle these cards before I even get on screen here as well. So they've been well shuffled in between groups and piles and elements and signs. The Emperor. Okay, here we go, Aquarius. Love that the Emperor card come out for you, because you're someone who likes to take charge. And it doesn't necessarily have to be with other people. It can be because you are Aquarius and you do rule the 11th house, which is, you know, everything about social circles, groups of people, that sort of thing, networks, alliances. So maybe for some of you, it is becoming the leader here. But what I want to say is on this growth card, I read 3 sentences, all right? It just so happened that one sentence, when I brought the cards out, my eyes, they took me directly to one sentence. And I thought, is it going to happen when I do Libra? And it absolutely did. And doesn't mean that you couldn't have had one of those sentences too, but no, honestly, yours comes out to the first sentence. Seek out a mentor or guide. And what does this show? 2 things, because I feel this could go either way for you, but mostly that you're going to be the leader, okay? And that's why the Emperor card come out. You're going to be the King of the Kings. You're the Emperor of the Kings. You need to take a leadership role here in something in the name of growth. So whatever it is in this name of growth, whether it's you just, maybe you're learning something, because look at this Six of Cups here. This reminds me of a mentor or guide. Look at all the little rabbits sitting around ready to learn from him. Okay, so you could be the rabbit at this point, or you could be the guy right here. All right, maybe this is, if you want to, you feel drawn to, look, I'm the rabbit right now. I need to learn. I need to learn so that I can be the Emperor, okay? It's kind of that. Or you're already in this position and here you are young and here you are maturing into. Okay, here you're the guide, the mentor, and you mature into the Emperor, the King of Kings. Whatever this is in the name of growth, I feel like that is the trajectory you're getting to here somehow, all right? But the important thing is that while you're doing this, and this has also been something that's come up in all the other readings as well, Aquarius, and they're not leaving you out. They're not leaving you out here. It's about creativity. Spirit's really putting through a message here. I feel in all the signs, and even in the other element, the earth signs that I did, of creativity. This is your time to shine in what is it that you are good at. And that is what you use, if you're not already, to grow, to have growth, to get to this point. You're going to use your creativity. You're going to use your intuition. What feels right? What am I good at? Is there a possibility by me being the teacher or the student in this case, what else am I going to learn that's going to propel me to this emperor or leadership position? That's what I feel for you. It's definitely going in that direction because I'm going from here to here. But it's, you know, it's you not being doubtful. It's you not giving up. It's you knowing that there is possibility out there and you being curious enough, Aquarius, to become the mentor or the guide or the student here, because it reminds me of the Hierophant card, right? You become that so that you can get to this. And maybe this is your goal. You've already got this planned out. This might just be a nice, gentle reminder. Stay on path. You know what you're doing. For others of you, this may be a bit of a blueprint for you, advice or guidance, because you know what you're passionate about. You know there's possibilities and you feel that you can use your creative self in some way. You just weren't sure how to start. So again, maybe for some of you, it's courses, it's getting a mentor, or it's being the mentor. Either way, you're learning and growing to get you to where you want to be. So Aquarius, oh, I love that message for you. And all of my air signs, if you stayed and watched them all, you know what? That's good. You can always pick up a little bit of information here and there, all right? But wonderful, wonderful messages for each one of you. And thank you for being here. Check out some of my other readings. Always check the community tab if I'm going to have something important, you know, like something switched up in the timing of readings or whatever. Like I said, over the next couple months, everything's a little bit wonky, but I'm still going to be doing, you know, just shorter things. And but I'll always put something in there just to let you know. Okay. Thank you so much, and I will see you all next time. Hi to my water signs. Okay, as you can see here, I'm doing things a little bit different. I'm actually doing by the elements, okay? Because I am, and I put it in my community tab. Always check there for any info. If there's something going on, I'll always post it there. But basically, I'm moving, and I need the rest of this month to pack up, and then August, this is a big move, so, you know, unpack, get settled. So I'm trying to condense everything, so I'm calling this my side short and sweet, okay? But I'm doing it by the elements. So now our water signs. Hello, my water signs. You are my Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, okay? So you're going to get this overall energy card, and then I'm going to pull tarot for each one of you. There will be timestamps, all right? So let's get the overall energy for my water signs. Love it. Okay. Overall energy is keeping it in check. Pay attention to what is going on around you. You might be moving into something too quickly or missing some important details. Ooh, and I'm a water sign. I feel like this could be a message for me. Let's see. But yeah, keeping it in check. Pay attention to what is going on around you. You might be moving into something too quickly or missing some important details. Let's see how that's going to show up for each one of you. So the cards that I'm about to pull for each one of you could be events, situations, people, or just advice or guidance. Let's start with Cancer. Hello, Cancer. Let's get your 3 cards here about keeping it in check. Where and what area do you need to keep it in check, maybe? We'll see. It's been different for the different piles that I've been doing, how it ends up coming out and around. Justice. The Ace of Wands. And Judgment. Ooh, okay. Ooh, how are these? Let's see. Well, right off, I mean, you can't ignore the Ace of Wands here, right? Aces are always going to be new beginnings, and this is something that inspires you. This is something where you definitely see opportunity, okay? It's something where you see potential for growth, potential for opportunity, all right? So whatever this is, but they're saying while you're working on this, Cancer, all right, you need to keep something in check here. And now we have Justice and Judgment. So what I want to say, I feel like this is an advice or guidance for you, okay? Whatever it is that you may want to start, that you have already started, remember, this isn't just for the month of July. This is, I always say, go for about a month from any time you watch something for it to come out, because Spirit's timing and our timing are not the same, okay? Sometimes it can take even longer, but I usually try not to read for more than 3 months out, just so you know. So there's something here, and you're excited about it. I feel you're passionate about it. Maybe you're just in the beginning stages where you're just starting to think about it. And this can be in any area of your life. Maybe it's a new job you want. Maybe it's looking for a new relationship. Maybe it's joining something new, doing something, starting your own business. It can literally be anything. But here's the thing, with these two cards coming out and with this message, all right, pay attention to what's going on around you. You know, don't go into something too quickly, because this is fiery and passionate here, right? You know, or don't miss the important details. For you, I feel like it's don't move too quickly into something, because you need to understand that every action has a consequence, okay? Cause and effect. And if you want to do something in a balanced, in a fair, in a diplomatic, even way, you need to keep it in check. I love this message. You need to not move too quickly into it. You need to have a plan. And then we have the Judgment card coming in here along with this too. And this is really letting you know that there can't, look, we have scales here on both sides. There can be balance in your life. Maybe this is going to bring more balance into your life in some way. For example, if you say work out of the home for someone else, basically, maybe you have this, you want to start up your own business. You want to start doing something different. And maybe you've been doing it even as a little side hustle for right now. But what it does, if you can move to that full time eventually, is it brings balance into your family. Okay? But the important thing is just remember, there needs to be balance. There needs to be a bit of caution, as in don't rush in too quickly type of caution. Not caution that, you know, oh, I can't do that. That's, no, not that kind of caution. Caution, just don't run in too quickly. Don't go at something here too fast. And I feel that this message is coming up because there's probably going to be something that's going to come in and around it that's going to make you want to do that. Remember this reading where actions have consequences. And even though in the moment you're like, what consequence? There's nothing bad that could happen here, or like anything that could set me back, whatever it may, however that would be. It could. So just take your time. And I just feel like you're just, look, you have this brand new beginning that needs to happen, and you have balance surrounding it. Okay. So excuse me one moment. Hi. Okay. So that took a couple more minutes than I expected. And now I'm like, where was I? But I think I was talking about the fact that this new beginning is surrounded by balance and peace and harmony. So that's what it's going to, I want to say, bring into your life, but also with the individual messages I gave you as well. And what the card's saying here about, you know, don't move into anything too quickly. I think that is your, your side short and sweet here, okay, Cancer? So just keep this in mind when the time comes, and remember back to this reading and be like, balance, balance, flow. But you understand the flow because you're a Cancer, you're a water sign. So hopefully this shouldn't be too difficult for you, okay? Thank you so much, and I will see you in your next reading. But hey, if you want to stay and watch for the rest of your water signs, you certainly can. Okay, let's look at here. Who do we have next? We did Cancer. We now have Scorpio. Okay, so you can go back and listen, Scorpio, what this keeping in check is, all right? But let's see what we can pull out for you, whether it's people, situations, events, or just advice and guidance. Let's take a look. The Hanged Man. Have I talked about me loving these cards too? I really do. The Seven of Swords. Ooh, okay. Oh, yeah, okay, so I'm getting a little something there. All right. And the Four of Wands. Well, I like that we have a good outcome here. All right, so that's important. We have a good outcome. Okay. We're talking about keeping things in check, right? Paying attention to what's going on around you. Not moving too quickly or missing details. And what do we have but the Seven of Swords come up? And I love it in this card because it literally is the thief in the night. Look, he came and took. He left them a couple. I guess he just didn't want them to not have anything to defend themselves with. But he took the other swords and now he's turning around. Whoop, nobody saw me, and away he's going. I feel like this is perfect. They're bringing the message out twice. So whatever it is, situation, event, person, something you're already working on in any area of your life, this will resonate with you if you are, okay? If you're not, it may just not be your message this time. But there are some of you that are hearing this that you know exactly what this is. You need to watch. And I want to say almost you need to watch out for the thief in the night, making sure that you do know what's going on around you, whether it's something physical that people can take, whether it's an idea that you have shared and someone's going to take it and run with it. Okay. This isn't to make you paranoid and, oh my God, I need to, be on high alert. It's not that necessarily. It's just be aware, okay? Because I feel, Scorpio, for you, this has to do with something being taken, okay? What else are they giving me? Okay, the way I want to say it is, with the Hanged Man here, this may be you, and maybe you think that you have, Scorpio, all the time in the world to move on something or to make something happen or to make a decision or to get something started. And I feel the message here is, no, you really don't have all the time in the world to just hang around and look at it and ponder about it or whatever it may be. I feel like you need to step it up and get moving on it. Again, I feel with this message, keeping it in check, slow and steady is going to win the race here, right? Where, you just can't be rushing into anything because you don't want to miss something, okay? You don't want to miss what's going on around you, a detail, whatever it is. But you do need to move sooner than later is going to be what I want to say here, because there's something that could potentially be taken from you. And I almost feel it's more, for some of you, like I said, it could be in the physical, but I almost feel like it's more as in an idea or a way to do something. And the reason that they're bringing this to your attention is because you deserve, I'm just hearing the accolades for that. You deserve to get the credit for that. But if you don't move, someone else is going to slip in and take the credit for it by start getting it moving, right? So in order for you to have the success here in the end, you need to get moving. Again, not rush and panic. It's almost like, because what I'm seeing is they're showing me a work, but that's just because that's what will get me talking in the right direction. It's like you being on a customer service team, and you have a really good idea for something that you could all do as a group, right? When it comes to the day-to-day activities in the department. And because maybe you've done it somewhere else, maybe you just had an epiphany, I don't know. But you're holding on to it, and maybe you accidentally share it or allude to a bit of it to some of your other team members, and then they run off and tell the manager, and it looks like it was their bright idea, that kind of thing. So in other words, if you're sitting on something like that, then maybe get to your manager, right? Or whatever it is. Get there, get the idea out. It doesn't mean that you have to do anything else about it right now, but you do deserve that credit. So don't sit on it. That's what I want to say. There's success to be had here for you, and it may just be acknowledgement as in success, right? It'll be different for everyone, but don't sit on it, okay? Because I feel like it could just be taken right out from under you. All right, that was it, Scorpio. Let's move on to Pisces. Okay, hi Pisces, it's your turn now. If you need to go back or maybe you've just listened to the Keeping It in Check here, let's get your cards. We've done Cancer, we've done Scorpio. Maybe you've sat and listened through both of them, and that's fine. You know what? Because I'm kind of doing you as a group, even though the messages are different. For some of you, they may tie all in together. The Eight of Swords. Okay, let's get another. The Ace of Swords. And you're keeping it in check, right? Paying attention, what's going on around you, you know, not moving into anything too quickly, just because, you know, you're going to miss something if you do. So that's the overall energy in the Queen of Cups. All right. Aces are always going to be new beginnings here, Pisces, okay? So I feel like you have had maybe a breakthrough where you realize, you know what? I need to be doing this, or I need to take this out of my life. I need to bring this in. Whatever it may be, I feel like you have had a breakthrough or a new idea has come in. Maybe Spirit has brought you this wonderful idea. Maybe you've just really have become clear about something, right? Mental clarity, okay? Maybe there's an offer coming in for you because it is about actions, words, thoughts, clarity, that type of thing. So maybe there's something coming in like a type of offer to you, okay? What this message is for you is to not, how to say this so it doesn't sound contradictory. You may have had a light bulb moment, some mental clarity here, but yet you're finding it hard to step out of whatever it is that you are up in your head about, and step into this newfound clarity. You've had it, you see it, okay? And this happens to the best of us, all right? Right, Pisces? You may have been, I feel like, it's something Spirit's brought into you, but maybe you've been in a bit of a bad place when it comes to your thoughts and the clarity in your life right at the moment, right? Like being clear about things, but they've brought something to you and you recognize it. You're like, yeah, that would really work. But yet you're still holding yourself in your own little mental prison here, and you're trying to figure out, how do I step into this? How do I do it? How do I get myself out of this way of thinking or being and into this new way of thinking or being? Okay? I feel like the message for you here, it's all in the details. That's going to be the thing. It's all in the details. That's where you need to keep it in check. It's almost like see these swords? They don't actually surround her. See this blindfold? She could take and cut the ropes off her wrists with one of those swords just by, putting her wrists down around it, right? She could remove that. She could walk out of there. But there's something that's kind of keeping her in this mental prison. And I feel like it's the details. There's something that she's getting caught up on, all right? So maybe that's it for you, Pisces. They've given you the epiphany, the breakthrough, the new idea, the offer, but you're getting caught up in the details. All right. Is it on? I almost want to say I feel, Pisces, because here's the Queen of Cups, which could be you. I think of it as Cancer as well. Maybe in order for you to be able to step out from those swords, to be able to step into this new beginning, it's going to take a lot of self-care. Because that's what I think the Queen of Cups is here. This is you somehow being caught up, bottled up in something. And I feel like it's the Queen of Cups energy that's going to help you to come out and step into this new beginning for yourself, this new opportunity or offer. And it's really, I feel like it's about trusting yourself here, trusting your intuition. So you need to start nurturing yourself, caring for yourself, showing yourself love, kindness, compassion. Whatever it is, it will be different for each one of you. In order to almost build your confidence so that you can step out from the prison, from behind the swords or among the swords. I feel like you need to build your confidence up here in some way, Pisces, in order to step into this. It's almost like you need to keep your thoughts and your thoughts, really. That's what you need to keep in check. Because I feel like here, maybe for some of you, Pisces, they're running away with themselves, okay? And you are... your thoughts are running away with themselves, and you need to pull yourself back. And I feel like it has to do with confidence and being confident in yourself and that you are capable and courageous enough to step into this. It's almost like you're scaring yourself out of it. That's what you need to keep in check here, okay? But maybe start with, first off, trusting your intuition, okay? Not fighting it with your mind, with your ego, letting them work together, getting in flow, getting in balance, but also showing yourself love, care, kindness, nurturing, compassion, and love. And that is what's going to build you up from the inside out and help you to get you out of your, maybe we can call it your monkey mind up here, okay? So that is the main message for you. If the water signs, if you've all stayed to the end, thank you so much. I appreciate that you're here. I will see you in your other readings. In the meantime, go back, take a look through my playlist. Thank you for being here for my side, short and sweet. I told you in the beginning that I am moving, so things are just going to be a little different for July and August. See you next time. Hi to my fire signs. As you can see, I'm doing this a little different. It's because I am moving, so I'm taking the rest of July to pack up and get everything ready, and then August to get moved in, unpacked, and settled, all right? So I wanted to try to condense things a little bit. I do the short and sweet. Or if you're new here, you may not know that yet, but I normally do 2 readings per sign a month. It doesn't mean it has to happen in that month. Usually take it a month or maximum out to 3 from the time that you see it. But what I want to do this time is, rather than doing what should be my longer reading for each sign, I'm condensing it into, and I'm doing it by the element. So there's going to be one overall energy for all the fire signs, okay? So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, you will have 1 card here for your overall energy, and then I'm going to pull tarots, and I'll have timestamps for each one of you individually based off of this, okay? So let's get your overall energy card here, fire signs. Let's see. This could be people, places, things, events. Confucius and Xing Fu, maybe? You have come a long way along the path of mastery. Learn now from your own soul where the light of ancient knowledge shines. You are now ready to receive everything. Ooh, I'm going to read that again. You have come a long way along the path of mastery. Learn now from your own soul where the light of ancient knowledge shines. You are now ready to receive everything. Ooh, this is going to be different, yes, for each one of you, right? Because I'm just feeling like, where exactly, right? Yeah. Where is your soul? Oh my heavens, where is your soul meant to shine? You've learned, you've mastered something. Let's get into it for each sign here. Okay. Okay. Up first, we have Aries. Aries, let's see, how is this showing up for you? What have you been mastering? And this can be in any area of your life, okay? But let's see what they're telling us. All right. Ooh, those are some good cards. All right. Aries. Does this have something to do with money, finances? Have you just gotten out of school, Aries, and you are out there trying to find your first job, okay? You've mastered something, for example, and these can be examples, or this can actually resonate with you. You've been out there, you've been putting in the hard work, you have been going to school, you have been learning. For some of you, it may be a course that you've taken so that you can get a pay raise. Whatever this is, I feel it has something to do with money. Okay, so take that in whatever area of your life it would be. Is it a new job? Is it going to be a pay raise? Is it you've taken courses, classes, something, you've learned to master something, you've learned something that's going to bring more money to you? Have you learned about investing maybe? And that's where more money is going to come in for you. Okay? It really could be. What they're saying here is, and I don't think that you need to be told this, Aries, because you guys are the people who like to get out there, be the first one out there, outgoing, right? Taking off, impulsive, being the ringleader, you know, leading the way, blazing the path, taking initiative, right? Those are all Aries traits. So they're saying, you know what, like I said, not that I think you need to be told, but maybe in this case you do, because this, I feel, could be something new for you, right? It's the Ace, which is something new. So, you know, you might feel a little hesitant or unsure, which is just a natural emotion in these cases, because maybe for some of you, it's not something you've done before. You've mastered the trade, you've mastered the whatever it is about it. Maybe you became a hairdresser. You've been in school now for a year. You know how to cut hair. You know how to color. You know how to do all these things. But your first day out in the salon, you know, officially, is going to be a little nerve-wracking for you. So, you know what? That's all right. But they're saying you can't let that hold you back. You need to step out and move on it, okay? You need to take action, okay? You are clear about this. You know about this, all right? You know, you will find success at this. You didn't study and learn and become a master at whatever it is for no reason. Okay? You're now ready to step out on this new adventure and claim the success, receive in what you deserve. Spirit's giving you this message. Don't hold back. Don't hold back, Aries. And like I said, it almost feels contradictory to say that to you, but we are just human beings who do get nervous sometimes. And even for you, you may be sitting there, Aries, going, I've never felt, you know, I've never had a nervous bone in my body until right now, you know. I don't know, I just saw a fire truck too. It's almost like, which would be, it's time to go. It's, you know, it's emergency, right? Like, you can't keep putting this off. You know, firemen can't put off a call. They need to go. Or it could even be, you've been through school and now it's the first day at the station on the truck type of thing. And it's your first real fire type of thing. And, look, you've got all the skill. You know what you need to do here. But I do feel that it does surround around money. So like it could be, like I said, promotion, job. You've taken extra courses, classes, so you can move within the company, whatever it is. Maybe you work at Tim Hortons and you were always on the drive-through and you want to become an assistant manager. That's more money in your pocket. That is being clear about what it is that you want to do, and then you do whatever it is to go after it to make this happen, okay? You don't sit on it. So I feel like that was definitely a side short and sweet here, okay? For you, Aries, that was very straightforward. All right, let's move on to, so we've done Aries, let's move to Leo. Hi, Leo. We're going to get your cards out now. If you've been watching, that's fine. You can watch through all of them. They're not very long. And because you're all one element, you may find that those messages resonate for you too. It'll be different for everyone. But here we go, Leo. The Five of Wands. And you know what just came in? Spirit's laughing because the Five of Wands for me is always the same. And today it's not. And they're like, fooled ya. So there's that. The Seven of Cups. Okay. Let's just give a little shuffle here and then let's get another. Oh, sorry, not the did I say the Five of Cups? I meant the Seven of Cups. And the Five of Swords. Well, now, I really like this. Okay, Leo, so here's the deal. This is all about you. I'm going to say with Aries, it was about becoming something, earning something, right? Being able to receive in. You've done the work. Now you get to go after what it is type of thing that you've always wanted to be or do. Here I feel this is all about you, Leo. This is the personal side of things here. So the mastery, I feel like this is about you mastering yourself, okay? Mastering your courage, mastering your beliefs, mastering your day-to-day, mastering. You are the creative ones too. I want to say like mastering a craft, okay? Like what it is you can do. Is it art? Is it stage? You know, are you just really good and creative at maybe painting? I don't know, but it's like mastering something like that, something that feeds you. So here's what I want to go from the cards here. I feel with the Five of Wands, which I rarely say, but I feel like this is you. And this is another meaning of the card. I just never go to that meaning, right? Because I have other cards that can mean that. And every reader's different. You know, you have your cards that mean something. And normally I say it's like the little pesky ant at the picnic, the bee in your soda, whatever it may be. No, this is what I believe one of the tarot meanings actually is for the card. It's you honing your craft. Okay? Because you're not fighting with the swords here. You're fighting with sticks. Okay? You're fighting with sticks, not swords. So it's like you're in training. And I always go back when you think of like Game of Thrones and little Arya with her wooden stick and then she gets the needle. But even the kids out, like they would be out in the middle area of the castle. And at first they learn not fighting with swords, but training with sticks, right? That's what I feel this is. This is you in training, okay? This is you becoming the master. And if you haven't started yet, this is a message for you to start. Start the training. But it's mastering yourself, being able to make decisions quickly, efficiently, using your mind and your heart, your soul. not being just tied up in the emotions and just seeing endless possibilities and not being able to choose one. And maybe that resonates for you, where you have a hard time making decisions. I feel like this is you becoming clear and precise in decision making. I also feel that this is you learning that, winning isn't everything. Okay, you are a fiery, passionate person too, Leo. You have that fire. You like to be on top. You want to be in charge as well. Okay, that's just part of an energy of Leo. You want to take center stage at times, and there's nothing wrong with any of those things, but there is winning at all cost. Who did I hurt along the way? And what I feel is this is, again, it's you mastering those emotions, that fire, that passion, those thoughts, right? And it's you almost, I just looked over, ready to receive. It's you being able to maneuver and move through the world in a different way. Controlled, thoughtful, using your creativity, balance between the heart and the mind, not letting ego run amok. I feel like you're taking this seriously here with the Five of Wands, where you really know that, it's almost as if, and I say this with love, not as an insult, like maybe at times you could have been a little aloof, right? Just kind of airy-fairy, just, going through life and running over whoever it is and just wanting to be in charge and not really thinking of other people. That's what I'm getting here. And this is you pulling all of that energy, the fire, the air, the earth, and the water all in together and becoming a master of your own self, the king of your own domain, right? That's what I feel your message is here, Leo. I feel like you're mastering yourself, your own emotions, your own thoughts, your own training, your own way of being. So whoever's hearing that, I wish you the best of luck, because whenever we're doing work on ourselves, never the easiest, right? Because it can be hurtful at times. It can be painful. It brings up things that we don't want to think about or talk about. So, good luck with that. You can do this. I mean, you have, as I said, you're a fire sign, right? You are the person that wants to express themselves, but I almost want to say you want to express the highest version of yourself, Leo. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that. Let's move on to Sagittarius. All right, Sagittarius. Here we go. We're talking about mastery here, letting your light shine, being able to receive in very different messages for Aries and Leo. Maybe you've watched them already. You might, because I'm doing it as a grouping. They may mean something to you, but let's get right in here and get your 3 cards. Strength. I love that. The 3 of Swords. And the 2 of Wands. Okay. Here we go. This is about what has hurt you, Sagittarius. Whether it's a person, something that's happened, whether you brought it on yourself, whether you didn't, okay? It's not going to matter. But there has been, with this 3 of Swords, pain, sorrow, upset of some kind in your life, okay? And what happens when that does happen to us, I want to say with Sagittarius, 2 things, okay? You can be one of the 2 types of Sages here. For some of you, it's set you back. You are, I want to say, for lack of a better way to express it, wallowing in your own misery right now, okay? And maybe there's reason for it. I'm not saying there's not reason, but you're still in a bad place, I want to say, emotionally. And your fire self just can't pull you out. This is all about you becoming the master, kind of similar to Leo in a sense, I guess. but mastering the ability to, when you've been hurt, when something bad happens, when something unexpected happens to you, and probably not for the better, right? If good things are happening, they're good. Being able to control that emotion, to control your thoughts about it and your actions that you'll take, right? Getting strength to be able to move forward clearly and not based on emotions. And that's why I said there's two different Sages here, because for some of you, it's getting clear and moving forward. And then the other is, sorry, sometimes I have a hard time figuring out how to explain it. You wanna just go hog wild, so to speak. You just, you wanna maybe, for example, go out and just party away the hurt, drink away the hurt, gummy bear away the hurt. Whatever it is, you want to self-soothe here, and maybe not in such great ways. Or you go out and you're just brash and in everybody's faces and saying things that you shouldn't be saying and all of that type of thing. I feel like that's what you need to master here, is how do I move through this disappointment, hurt, whatever it is, without being a total mean and nasty fire energy, and just be out, I don't know. I just, you see that person that's in a bar sometimes and they're just obnoxious. Rather than going out and taking it out in that way, you are able to work through it, mastering that emotion, right? Those thoughts, and you're able to gather the strength up rather than the pure bravado, because the bravado isn't going to help fix your wounds, okay? But strength and courage and understanding that this isn't the person that you were meant to be, mastering that negative fire energy, I want to say, that shadow fire energy, that is where you will shine, okay? Because I always feel like the infinity symbol up here is like a halo over the person, right? That's where that's where your soul will shine. That's where you will shine. It's mastering the negative shadow energy and transmuting it into something good. But there needs to be a plan. Because I feel, Sagittarius, without a plan, you're just going to want to lash out. But if you have a plan, this is how I want to deal with this. This is how I can be my best Sagittarius self while working through this. Look, you can write it down in steps. You can go to someone for help. There's many different ways for you to make the plan. But the important thing is that you make a plan, and that, with strength and courage, is how you will work through it and master that negative shadow Sagittarius energy. And I understand it. I'm a Sagittarius rising. Sometimes I can put my foot in my mouth. Sometimes I can be a little bit too aggressive. So, there's a balance that needs to be had here, right? There's something that needs, balance needs to be mastered. That's what I want to say. Balance needs to be mastered here for you. But you need to have a plan, because I think you will get there quicker and more controlled if there's a plan set in place for you. So those are your main messages, Sagittarius. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Now, if you are a fire sign and you've watched all the way through, I thank you all for being here, and I will see you in my next readings. Always check out my community tab. That's where I will post things if there's going to be a change in the way I'm doing readings or whatever, if you're curious, right? Or if there's anything else going on. For whatever, you can always check the community tab, because that's where I would post. But thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in your next reading.